everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for subscribing. We're slowly building this thing up and I love it. It's a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed doing these. You know, put in your comments. I'd like to see what you want to see. So yeah, welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is exciting. Today, I'm going to do something that I have been doing for the last 45 years. Once a week, once every 2 weeks. And that is signing autographs for fans who have written me and sent pictures. First, the most important thing is if anybody does do that, put a stamped, self-addressed envelope, and you're better off getting a return, getting your pictures returned. Because in the old days, they used to send stuff and I had to make the picture up. I had to try to figure out what the address is, and it was very complicated. But pretty much everybody today does send a self-stamped envelope to send it back. So that makes it a lot easier for me. This is just last week. These are things that have come along. And they also send letters. I'm gonna start. I looked through some of the letters. I'm gonna start with this one right here. Why? Because when I first came out, I got so many letters of young people who are suffering with their identity. And you know, suicide is a big, big, big problem. It's 9 times higher than the general public in the trans community. And I got, a bunch of young people who said they were going to commit suicide, but they saw me coming out. That gave them the courage to stick around, and life is good. And I got a lot of those. And of course, here today, years later, I just looked at this one. I am 21 years old and I am from a very small town in Tennessee. I am a huge fan of you and your work. I have always had a huge passion for the entertainment business. Ever since I was a young kid, I looked up to you. Kids at school always bullied me because I was different. Little did they know, the reason that I was different is because I was gay. I always turned to you and many others in the business to keep my mind off the bad things in my life. And now I am openly gay to everyone in the world. Anyway, I get letters like this, and it just you kind of realize the impact that you can have. And I'm happy this individual is doing better. And thank you for the letter. And so it sent some pictures. Actually, I have no idea where these people get these pictures off the internet, but all kind of just headshots to be able to sign. Anyway, cute shot, cute shot. Actually, for the last 45 years, I didn't get any this time because they're getting more and more rare, is Sports Illustrated covers. 1976, I was on the cover of Sports Illustrated after I won the games. And then many years later, in 2015, when I came out, made the cover again. I never really show my medal. There it is right there. I never really show the medal. I kind of keep it tucked away in a safe, but I know it's in my safe. I've never displayed the medal, especially around the kids. Actually, I never even had anything athletic, pictures, this and that in the house, like you had your ego room. Why? Because I didn't want to put the pressure on my kids they have to do that too, you know? So I kept all that stuff away, and I've always just kept the medal away. To be honest with you, it's very good for show and tell at school. And that's about the only time I brought it out. And Kendall and Kylie would go and wear the medal for show and tell. It was great. Yeah, that's why you win gold medals. Now, about your signature. You know, Arnold Palmer, who is one of my heroes, one of the greatest golfers of all time, and honestly one of the greatest human beings of all time, always said to make sure that your autograph is legible. You know, too many people, you ever see when they're like autograph collectors, they people scribble their name and you can't even tell who it is, so at the bottom of it they actually print out who that signature is. I've always tried to keep my signature, it's pretty close, but I've tried to keep it so you can actually read the signature. Yeah, right, legibly. Actually, I remember talking to Courtney and Kimberly and everybody, signature, and I said, you can't even read that. You know, actually from this one, thank you so much for your time today. I hope that you find you doing very well today. Thank you for being you, and you are a true inspiration to so many. That's kind of cool. That's a good feeling. I get a lot of this one right here. Actually, this is kind of one of my favorite pictures. This was from the Olympic trials leading up to the games in 1976. I'm running the 400 meters, and every time I look at it, I said, oh my God, I ran the 400 meters so fast, and you know what? I only had one leg. The photo, you can't see my other leg. It looks like I got just one leg. But honestly, it does come down, and I keep going. Ran 48.1 that day in the 400. Was very pleased with it, but it's kind of a studly kind of shot. Yeah, I like that one. This is the picture just as I crossed the finish line, and I'm looking up at the scoreboard to see what my time was. Kicked butt in that race. Still very proud of all of that. People do comparison shots. They make these things up. Kind of a before and after shot. Yeah, I was really young. I was probably 26 years old. And that picture, 65 years old, looking pretty damn good. Been collecting for 35 years. My 35-year collection, which is online in more than 2,000 greetings and dedications from heads of state and government. Here we go. We got this one. Oh yeah. Sports Illustrated cover working there. Looking good here. That was actually in New York. I have my little Caitlyn. You got to get in close on this one. I have my little Caitlyn right there, wearing it that morning. And I still have that one on today. Actually, it's kind of a sad story about the necklace. I've worn it, I pretty much put it on, I pretty much have worn it ever since I came out. There was a friend of mine, Bara, who was the executive producer for the ESPY Awards. After the ESPY Awards, she gave me this necklace. And I put it on, and I pretty much had it on for the last 5 years. I don't take it off because it means a lot to me. And about 9 months ago, a year ago, probably 9 months ago now, she passed away in her sleep. And I mean, she wasn't even 50. Life is precious. And now, because of her, I kind of just keep this little baby on. Okay, the cover shot for Vanity Fair. Annie Leibovitz came out for Vanity Fair. I was not out yet, not even close. Came out to the house here to shoot this. We set up because it was so secretive. We had security up in the mountains. Nobody could know what was going on. And we set up a little studio in the garage. We moved all the cars out, set up a studio, and went down there. Of course, Annie, she's like you got to wear this and this little kind of bustier kind of thing, which actually I kind of like. We went down and we shot it. I didn't know what the cover was going to be or the cover shot was going to be. But then when it came out, it was a little on the sexy side. I had been for so long a victim of paparazzis, rumors, just junk online about me. I had done Diane Sawyer, and that was about 2 months earlier. And then my first time coming out, that's why I called it Call Me Caitlyn. And the picture, Annie Leibovitz did such a phenomenal job, and Vanity Fair did such a phenomenal job with it. It was a big FU kind of to the rest of the world. Okay, it's over with. Now you know my name. I have to move on in life. So this picture for me was iconic. It won Vanity Fair. It was like the best cover of the decade. Was picked by some publishing magazine, but it was iconic. But once I did that, it was over. I was out. And it was such a good feeling. I didn't have to hide, didn't have to lie, didn't have to do anything. I could just be myself. And so, yeah, that picture was real important. Yeah, wait a second, this is kind of a cool one. This guy actually did a very nice job on this. Let's not mix them up. This guy did a very nice job on these. Some people take the time and the effort to do these pictures and make these pictures that, I'm really proud to be able to sign them, It obviously means a lot. My name is Ricky. I'm going to leave the last name. I'm writing to you on behalf of my girlfriend, Ashley, and myself. We live in a small military community in Nova Scotia, and along with this pandemic, the unfortunate recipients of a mass shooting last week. Times are tough, I'm telling you. This is just, the world's kind of going crazy. During these times, we decided that we would try to mail some former Olympians and add to our Olympic collection. We have designed our own little trading cards, little photos, and hope that you'd be kind enough to sign them. And we, disruptive and all this sort of stuff, and they put the mailing address, but they went out and made these their own personal trading cards. I think that's really kind of cool. Hollywood icon, I love that. This one, that was actually during the Annie Leibovitz shoot downstairs in my garage. And then an Olympic one when I was a young little stud. On the stand in Montreal. On the stand at the ESPYs. That was the speech at the ESPYs. Was probably the most important speech I'll ever give. It was my first public appearance. It was so important to the community. I spent a lot of time. Actually, I've never had a writer work with me on a speech, but in this case, ESPN said, we'll gladly get you a writer. So I thought, you know what? I think that's good. It was an 8-minute speech. I practiced it, put it on teleprompter. Normally I'm kind of off the cuff. I put it on teleprompter. Practiced here at the house on my own little teleprompter. And went in there and I pretty much had the whole thing memorized, exactly what I was going to do. But that speech was so important. A little scary because I was afraid I was going to trip going up. Abby Wambach was on top. She was doing the introduction. I said, Abby, you come down there. I got these heels on. I got a long dress on. I am not tripping going up those stairs. I was more nervous going up those stairs than I was when I ran the hurdles in 1976. At least when I ran the hurdles in 1976, I knew what I was doing. And yeah, but I made it up the stairs and was able to give the speech. I even get to sign, and I get actually quite a few of these, baseballs. Now, I never played baseball. A little bit as a little kid, but never really played baseball. But people are big collectors of signed baseballs from all different, not just baseball, but all different things. All I can say is I'm glad I wasn't a golfer, because do you know how difficult it is to sign golf balls? They're so small. Unless this, you can sign right across what they call the sweet spot. Not easy to sign a baseball, but it's signed. All right, I'm gonna finish this up, but I wanna thank everybody. I mean, honestly, for 45 years, people have been sending me stuff to sign. I try to do my best to keep up with it. Try to sign as many as I can, as long as it's a stamped self-addressed envelope to return it. But I just wanna thank people. People have been so nice to me, so good to me. And I'm very appreciative of that. And yeah, I'm gonna finish signing away, but thanks for being with me. It's nice to have somebody here. I usually do this all by myself. And thanks for following me on YouTube. This has been exciting. I've got some really great things coming up, a lot of fun stuff. Yeah, so thanks for subscribing. And we'll keep the stuff coming. You know, it's amazing when you do something like this. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? And then once you start doing it, you find so many things to do. So actually, I'm very excited about things coming up. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next edition of my YouTube channel.